sharing government that we saw in Zimbabwe for a while, a member of the MDC. Mr. Mutambara, let's start with your reaction to what happened today.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. This is a Zimbabwean moment. It's a Zimbabwe moment. This is not about ZANU-PF, it's about the people of Zimbabwe. We have a unique opportunity to break with the past and fashion a new Zimbabwe. So we are all very happy that Mugabe is gone, but the work starts now. We must make sure that as Zimbabweans we come together, we work together and address the fundamental problems that we've had in this country for the past 37 years, starting with the issue of governance, starting with the issue of free and fair elections. We need electoral reforms, we need media reforms, we need to remove repressive legislation, we need economic stabilization. Our economy has been ruined. We need economic recovery and we need shared economic growth. This is a moment for Zimbabwe to fashion a new reality, to define a new vision, an inclusive vision that takes the country forward.
What does this mean for the opposition? Some commentators say that if there hadn't been the disunity, if opposing parties had been more united, perhaps this could have happened sooner. What's your response to that?
What has happened today is not a result of a coup or a result of ZANU-PF effort. What has happened today is a product of 20 years of work to remove Mugabe, 20 years of democratic struggle. In fact, it goes beyond that. For example, when we were in university ourselves in 1988-87, we were already fighting against Mugabe. So we're talking about 30 years of struggle. So we must understand that it's not about Grace, the Army, or G40 Lacoste. This is a Zimbabwean moment where Zimbabweans themselves have delivered change. What we need to do is to make sure the content and the direction of that change is into the future to a better Zimbabwe. So everyone in this country must work together to define and design a new Zimbabwe, an inclusive Zimbabwe with good governance and better economic management.
Of the opposition, especially since there were elections planned for next year?
Well, the most important thing now is this government that's coming after Mugabe is gone has got its work cut out. Before we go into the election, we want electoral reform, we want media reform, we want the removal of repressive legislation, and more importantly, we must stabilize our economy, we must recover our economy and work towards shared economic growth. So elections, yes, but we need to make sure those elections are free and fair. For the past 20 years, our elections have been rigged. Our elections have been unfair and unfree. So now we have an opportunity as Zimbabweans to improve the governance in our country.
Mr. Mutambara, are you confident that elections will be free and fair and democracy will reign? Some people are raising the problem of a military that steps in, and yes, it's very peaceful, not one shot fired, but you do have a military that's intervened before, after elections in the past. And what about the danger that they get a taste for power, or certainly determining the direction of this country for decades to come?
Very good question. Nothing is guaranteed. That's why we are in Harare right now in the street. We are saying it's not enough for Mugabe to go. It's not enough to have the ZANU succession solved. We must say beyond the Mugabe going, beyond the succession of ZANU being solved, we are involved as alternative voices to ZANU-PF, not to solve ZANU-PF problems, but to define a new reality that allows for free and fair elections. So our demands, our expectations are around media reforms, electoral reforms, removal of repressive legislation, addressing the economy, growing the economy. So we are more concerned now with the agenda going forward. The work starts now.
What about Emerson Mnangagwa, the next in line to be president of Zimbabwe? Just give us a sense of you as a former opposition leader, formerly involved in a power sharing agreement government. What is he like as a leader, as a man, does he understand business? What about the claims that he was very close and very involved in Robert Mugabe's regime? All right, we seem to have lost Arthur Mutambara, a former Deputy Prime Minister involved in that power sharing agreement. But let's see if we can take you to the streets and speak to one of our own reporters.